What's up, everyone? Welcome to the show. What's happening, Josh?
How are you, Robert?
I'm doing all right.
Good. I like the name Robert. I'm going to call you
Oh,
Robert.
God damn it!
I like it. It's a good name.
All right.
Okay, Rob. How
I
are you,
know.
man?
Maybe I should just start going by Robert.
I like it. I like it.
Thank you.
But how was your Saturday, Rob?
It was actually pretty good.
Good.
Built a couple of boxes.
Yeah, you sent me the text. They look great. I really like
Yeah, it
them.
was the first design like that. Um, two
I
more going to meet. Damn, this delay sucks. Hold on.
Sure. Yeah, Rob. I'll let the audience know you sent me two box. You sent me a picture of two boxes with your RTC2 circuit, but I like them. They were all black, switches on the side, speaker in the middle. Very nice.
Uh, Go ahead and keep talking.
Okay, check 1 2.
All right. Hold on one second.
So usually what we do here on the Saturday show, on Rob's Saturday show, is we usually start around 11:45 Pacific Standard Time here in Los Angeles, California. And
Do you
everyone,
guys hear any feedback?
hey Kanga, I don't hear any
Any
feedback.
any echo?
No,
No echo?
nope, I don't hear you now at all. As I was saying though, the Saturday show we usually let everyone get. They arrive. We usually take about 15 minutes or so, and at the top of the hour, 12 midnight Pacific Standard Time, 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we begin sessions. I do think Rob's having some issues with his headphones. We don't hear you, Rob. Thanks for that confirmation, Kanga. Hey, Nora, how are you? Hey, Don. Nora, I'm not sure what we're doing tonight. We've had some technical difficulties. We're trying to get the feedback. Not sure if it's a latency issue. Oh, I thought I heard Rob. Yeah, Rob's gone silent. There we go.
All right. Oh crap. Uh uh
Everything okay?
Now can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh my god, this isn't gonna work. I won't be able to do Goosebox sessions if we do it this way.
No, I don't hear. I'm hearing. Are you starting a ghost box? I'm hearing something.
Okay, so you can hear me there.
Correct. All right, well, we'll give this a shot here. Very strange how I'm the guest technically on this restream broadcast, and you guys can always hear me.
Yeah, hold on. Can you hear me now?
Correct. Yes. Correct. You didn't
Yeah.
ask me a question. It was true or false. I
Yeah,
can hear
you
you.
can hear me?
Yes.
All right. I This is weird. All right, so I
No,
guess I got to
no
deal
delay or
with this
latency, so it's good.
stupid delay. I don't get it.
I don't either. Maybe that's a sign that they are gonna try another experiment tonight.
No,
Rob, completely not willing to cooperate with their shenanigans. I
no
think with
shenanigans.
now that's an interesting sound. It sounds like you're in a like metal verb. You're in a room with a reverb plate, like a metal plate.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's weird. Um,
Hey, Vitrina, how are you?
Hold on. I'm gonna try something.
Now, everyone's checking in, so we're good.
How's that? Still?
That sounds good.
That sounds good.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I guess we'll go with that, but I have delay in my headphones. Uh,
Don. on.
All right. Check. Check, check, check. Yeah, I have delay, but
Hi, Deb. How are you?
that sounds weird. Check. Yeah, I have delay.
There's definitely talking in the background, like very, very, very low.
Are you sure it's not my delay?
No.
Yo, yo. Actually, if I have it up, it's still a little delayed. Oh well. Because I'm hearing it through the monitor.
Right.
Check.
Deb, I'm glad you're doing well. Thank you for asking. I'm doing very well, actually, and surprisingly awake right now. So I'm very happy
I'm
about that.
hearing echo. Hold on. Sorry, guys.
No, that's
Check.
okay. Whoa,
Check.
whoa. Hey, Janice.
Check. Hey, I think. No, maybe. I don't know. Yo, yo. Hello? Talk, Josh.
Yes, I'm
Yes, I'm
here.
here.
I'm here.
I'm here.
Yeah, that sounds weird.
Do you want me to do my two-headed dragon
It
promotional?
sounds like a two-headed dragon.
Two-headed dragon.
Exactly.
Live this Sunday.
Try it again.
Why
Check.
would two-headed dragon wouldn't play on Sunday? They play Friday and Saturday
Sounds
nights.
weird.
Got to switch that up. Got to get talk to their booking agent.
Yeah, I have a two-headed dragon talking in my head.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Very strange because the setup now, due to your mobility, is very simple. It's a lot,
simple.
you know, it's not even what 2% of your last setup. So
Exactly.
it's odd that we're running into issues when you definitely would have thought
Yo.
your previous studio would have produced those issues.
How about this? Can you still hear me?
I can still hear you. Yes.
I don't know what it is. Check, check. Check, check.
Oh wow, Vitrina. Oh my gosh.
What up? What happened?
Well, Vitrina, you may have to have us on in the background while you're packing.
Check.
Vitrina's got about 24 hours, well, 48 hours to get to East Texas from New York
What the hell?
and pack up and move out.
Girl, you better get your ass
Yeah.
moving.
Yeah, put down the smartphone, put us on in the background, and get that tape gun ready.
Check. I don't know what the fuck this is. I'm just saying it like it is.
Kanga, what are you saying? Kanga says, "Good Lord, a storm literally just started here as you guys went live." Rob, we're nothing but trouble.
That's right.
Hey, Carl, good to see you. Carl, just to catch you up, we're just ironing out some technical difficulties.
As always.
As always.
Freaking MacBook.
No, that's not the M1 Max or Pro, or that's not the new one, or the okay.
No.
You talk about so many Macs, I get lost.
I know, right? I should just went with my PC setup.
Well, I'm glad.
Anyway,
Mhm.
let me just test the
Sure.
Ghost Box run.
Sure.
You guys hear that? Cool. This
I know, Deb.
fucking Mac is a piece of shit.
Ooh.
Sorry, guys. I'm a little feisty today.
Yeah, you are.
Maybe
We
it's
started
my
off the
Maybe
show,
it's
and
my shirt.
yeah, I called you by your full name when we started the show, and I could tell I was like, ooh, and maybe I shouldn't have done that. But that's what makes this live. Loud and clear. Yeah, they said everything's good.
That's what I get from wearing my Lucifer shirt.
Yeah, why'd you have to go and do that? Jeez. Bridget, how are you? Thank you for joining us. Bridget's from Toronto. Thank you, Bridget. We're
So
going to get
yeah,
started here in a little bit.
anyway, yeah, I built a couple of boxes today. The board I ordered came in today.
Excellent.
So there's that.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. No,
So
I'm very
yeah,
excited.
I'm just brainstorming.
I'm excited for the prototype to see it, just to see it built alive.
Right?
That'll
Yeah,
be
it's
so
gonna
great.
be cool.
Yeah.
Let me, if I unplug this, check. You can't hear me.
I can hear you still.
You still can?
Yes.
Sweet. Get rid of these damn things.
Was that the problem? Your headphones?
Well, before when I had them on or plugged in, you
Right.
couldn't hear me.
Okay, so what are you monitoring out of if you've got a mic right next to your speakers?
Now
Is it
I'm
creating
listening to the speakers.
and it's an internal computer mic?
Telling you this is weird. Nothing's changed. The only thing I did was unplug the headphones, and before I plugged them in, and you couldn't. If I had them unplugged, you couldn't hear me. If
I can hear
plugged
myself in the feedback.
you
That's
can't
okay.
hear.
Yeah, that's
Well,
okay.
here,
I can live with it.
I can fix it.
Okay.
I can fix it. All right. What about now?
Hello, check.
Can you still hear yourself?
Yeah,
now it's
magnified
by
Let me turn that back.
5 to the power of 500.
What about now?
Check. I mean, it's there.
All right. Well, it's better than me hearing my freaking headphone feedback. It
No,
sounds
that's
two
not a
of
problem.
them
I'll
speaking
carry all
at
the weight. Not a problem. Not a problem. I mean, it's really bad, but hey, not a problem.
Is it?
It is, but just let's just truck forward. We'll just truck forward. It's fine. It's fine.
No, mine was really bad.
Just do most of the talking, and I'll head nod.
No, if I talk, it's really bad. Even if I talk, it's really bad. All right, let's try it again. Check.
Check.
Oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. All right, cool. Whatever.
I'm so glad it's not bad for you.
Is it bad for you?
It's awful. It's
Is
almost
it?
at the same decibel level as my normal voice.
Well, that's what I'm hearing. Exactly.
I'll tell you what, if you're not hearing this bad, you just do most of the talking. I can chime in once in a while. It'll be
Here.
good. We're fine.
Here, hold on.
Don't worry about it.
Hold on. No, it's really bad for me. Yo,
Check.
is it still echoey? Damn, I don't know what's wrong. That's me tapping. It's really bad still?
Check.
What the hell?
Carl, how are you? Good to see you.
Let me try something.
Check. Check. It's gone. Sounds good. But now we can't hear you.
What about now? Check.
I can hear you now.
Are you still getting the echo?
Check. No, it's gone.
But here's the bigger thing. Can you hear the? Can you hear that? You can hear that? So you guys can hear the ghost box.
Yes.
And is it echoing?
No.
All right, then we're set. Got it. Good.
Yes, Nora, we've for three weeks in a row, even on the Wednesday show for the podcast, we've had some technical issues for no apparent reason. Even with Rob's simpler setup right now, while he's mobile, we've had issues.
It's terrible.
Yeah, actually, it is. Underplaying it like the PR guy. Yeah, it's not so bad. We'll get a hold of it. But yeah, it's really bad.
Is it working?
It's perfect now. Like
Is
it
it?
is flawless now, in my
All right.
opinion.
Well, that's all that matters.
What are you saying?
That's all that matters. But
Oh
there's
my
no
gosh.
echo.
Okay, I thought you were saying I'm high maintenance.
Dude, and here's the thing. What we used the other day, nothing has changed.
That is so weird. That's
I
what I don't
had
understand.
I had to reconfigure everything on the fly to get everything working.
Okay. Well, it sounds great now. You turn on
All
the
right,
box, it
cool.
sounded good, and I think, I mean, is everyone here? Are we checked in? Everything good?
I
Yes, Vitrina. I'm just gonna admit it. I am high maintenance. I am. I am. Just admit it.
Yep. No, I didn't get a haircut. I got a haircut like was it last Saturday? Yeah, last Saturday I did.
It does look good. You look sharp.
Thank you. Well, I
You
took a
look sharp.
shower. That's why. That's what happens when you shower.
Got all that grease off your face.
Exactly.
Cleaned up. Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I am. I'm high maintenance. I'll admit it. My son even says I'm high maintenance. So yeah. I mean, in other ways, he doesn't say those words, but I know what he's saying.
Right. Yeah, sorry for the delay and all the crap that I'm dealing with this crappy computer.
And just so you know, we do test this equipment. We don't just wait
Constantly.
to test it on you and just say, well, let's just throw caution to the wind. We do run through everything, dot the I's, cross the T's. And it just happens that when we show up for the show, we fire everything up 15 minutes ahead of time. Everything's working. Everything's fine. We go live. Everything falls apart. So,
Right. Exactly. So yeah, no, the ghost boxes that I built today, now that I don't have an echo and that was driving me insane. So yeah, I mean when things aren't going right, I get really crabby really fast. Um so I just start cussing and laughing. When I'm laughing, it's because I'm frustrated.
right. Hey, Roland, how are you? Good. I'm glad you made it. Yeah, wow, Vitrina's coming in hot tonight. But yeah, you're right, Vitrina.
Yeah, Vitrina, you better get your ass on the road.
I know Vitrina's calling me high maintenance. Girl, you got to be packing. Go grab that tape gun and get to work.
No, just start shoving shit in boxes. Who cares how it's packed? Just shove all this shit in there.
Yeah,
See
just
how much crap you can shove in a box and then tape it up.
right. Just back the truck up and just start tossing free throws. Just get out of there. I know, Vitrina. I get it. You're moving. That's the worst stress. Well, Rob's going through the same thing right now. Yeah, we're just in one of those moods. So we get it, Vitrina.
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic. Well, that's how we feel about the show. It's like we're having technical difficulties. We're like, well, they'll just wait.
They'll have to wait.
Yeah, they'll just have to wait. I love you
Who gives
guys.
a fuck what they think? They just have to
Ooh.
wait. I'm telling you, I'm feisty.
Yes, you are. You absolutely are. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Anyway, so Robert the Doll is going to have two more ghost boxes at his disposal.
Oh, those going to the
Those are going to the museum
museum, right?
with
Very good.
Robert the Doll. God, he's got like 12 of my boxes now in all
That's
different
really cool.
variants. All
Yeah.
different variants.
Yeah, he has more of your ghost boxes than I do.
Yeah, and he has every
Hmm.
single variant.
Hmm. don't know. Well, he doesn't have the prototypes. I have the prototypes.
No, he doesn't have any
Yeah,
prototypes.
I have the prototype.
I almost asked him if he wanted one. I almost gave him mine.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought about it.
Uh,
Well, my new prototype's going to be made up, so it'll actually be a physical working box.
very good. No, you know what? And this is his 12th of the circuits you've built for him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. That's fantastic. I know what a fan he is of your work.
Yeah.
Don, that's really special. Don heard a song, Scars in Heaven, and teared up.
Oh, speaking of which,
And she knew he sent that to you.
before
Yeah.
we get on to a ghost box session tonight,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
hold on. Here's a song for the theme for tonight.
Oh, don't do this to Deb, Rob.
Hold on.
Deb, I'm going to do my best.
Hold on.
Don't do it. I know, Vitrina. Vitrina's got a pack, too.
Well, what's she doing?
I don't know. She just knows what's coming.
This is a real B&H customer.
Hold on. I got to put on mute. Sorry. I hate these damn commercials. Here it is.
Crazy train! I thought you were gonna get wild tonight! Everybody sing your message! Crazy, but that's how it goes. Millions of people living this road.
All right. That was a little taste of what tonight is.
That's appropriate.
Right?
And I'm glad you didn't play what I thought you were going to play to upset Deb. So I'm happy about that, too. That was an excellent choice.
Oh, we'll have something special for Deb later.
Yeah, Dawn, that's right. That should be the name of the Saturday show.
Well,
Crazy Train. That's exactly what it is.
We'll have some ABBA for Don or for Deb later.
Deb. So what do we have in store tonight, Rob? I know that you and I.
So we'll go ahead.
Here's my question though. I know we have reverse setup, but we're not quite set up with the mobility things and technical issues we have going on. We don't have like direct response mode or anything else right now, right? We have reverse at least, right?
Yeah.
Okay, not a problem. So I know what we're doing. What the? Oh,
Maybe we'll have some Sabbath later. I'll queue up some Sabbath for later. I'll queue it up right now. And then we'll start up some yeah. Anyway, I'll have it queued up.
it is truly like we envisioned, Rob, like a paranormal morning show where we have banter, then we do a reverse session, direct response mode, and then we play some music.
Yeah, we can do that.
And I'm even doing the ads in between, like commercials. This Saturday night, Two-Headed Dragon playing live. I can do that. I mean, we'll have our own little radio station,
right? If we get freaking, I don't know, if we get flagged, then we get flagged. Who cares?
But we don't monetize anything. I mean,
we don't monetize anything.
What are they going to take away from us? Nothing. There's nothing to take. I mean, we're at the bottom of the barrel. I mean, we're already, it's like we can't go any lower.
They'll take a quarter of a cent away from us.
Yeah. Yeah. Like what can they do? So it's
Yeah.
fine. It's fine.
But anyway, we'll go ahead and do some ghost box sessions if you guys are ready.
Ready.
All right. Oh, I was reading Vitrina's comment. She's gonna box up some more stuff. All right, so we'll go ahead and let me cue something up.
Mhm.
What the hell is going on? All right, you guys ready?
Oh, Deb talked Tool. Deb, that's one of my favorite bands.
I was listening to Tool on the way to San Diego the last week. Well, whenever that was.
Timeless band. Well, and she mentioned Led Zeppelin too. I should probably bring them up. Little band named Led Zeppelin.
All right, so we're gonna fire up. Who's here that wants to communicate with us? Did you like that song that we played today? Somebody said that was for Deb.
Yeah, did you hear that?
Yeah, it says that was for Deb.
It's like a full sentence.
Do you know where Vitrina's moving from? Don said, Dad, did you know I've seen you in the sky? I heard somebody that's a male say it. I know. Who just said hello? Where's Vitrina moving to? Does somebody have a message for Deb? Tim, who are you looking for? Who just said ghost? Is David here? Stan, are you here for tonight? Who just said yes? Is that you, Stan? Who just said Rob? Bobby, are you here with us? Who just said David? Who's going to commit suicide? Or did you die from suicide? Is there a war coming? Who just said yes? Tasha wants to know if anybody has any messages for her. Elizabeth wants to know if there's any messages for her tonight. Somebody said Tim earlier. Maybe Tim knew you were coming in, Bridget. Does anybody have any messages for Nora? Will we succeed in helping the Earth with the climate? Who said he's here? Who's here? Can you give us his name? What the hell's those sounds?
It's a harmonic.
It keeps on doing it. It said harmonic.
Yep, they said harmonic. They're sending harmonics.
Rhythmic. Does anybody have any messages for Tasha? Someone said fur baby. The hell is that? There's whispers coming through. Who's the person that was whispering? Who needs our help? Who is the male that was yelling? Who said Eric? Some just said Ed. Who said let him speak? That was weird. We're gonna end this session. That was kind of crazy.
That was an impressive session. Very impressive.
There's a lot of stuff coming through.
Immediately, full sentence, and it's been a while in reverse since I can recall hearing 4, 5, 6 words so clearly. That was
Yeah.
for Deb
Yeah,
about the Ozzy Osbourne song, Crazy
Yeah,
Train.
that was-
incredible.
that was cool.
And then calling out Vitrina, where she was moving from New York, that was instant. We heard.
You know,
Go ahead, please.
listening to this not through the headphones, I think it's even more audible for me anyway. I think with the headphones, I'm picking up so much. I think it's too confined for the sound. This is giving it a little bit more depth, I think. So it's easier to understand than listening to it through headphones. I find it anyway. It's the first time I've listened to it like this.
You know what's weird is you're having this epiphany or realization right now. And for the beginning of our show, it seemed like there was an effort to get the headphones off of your head.
Right?
Because every time we came back to that, the sound improved. And look where we are now that you're having this like, oh my gosh, I can hear it better. It's facilitating better.
Yeah.
So that's incredible how that worked out. But I know a lot of people in that session, our friends and family, had connections or contact or communication from loved ones. I was watching the chats and I heard Stan come through. For you, Sylvia, and Dawn, I know that you were discussing, or you're talking about, was it your cousin that had died up the street? But you thought maybe that you had heard from them. The chats were running kind of quickly. I'm trying to keep up with everyone, but it does seem like there was some personal information for a lot of people. Very impressive.
Sorry, guys. I need caffeine. And I know the freaking you can hear everything through this headset or through this mic.
And then Rob, some of the things that I've had, even alone when I'm working and doing my research, is like I told you, it's very common that I've gotten Morse code, different types of sounds, delayed dotted notes in a way to try and ask me if I've heard something. And that was very clear harmonics repeated. That came in. That was very impressive. No, Don, I'm very sorry for the loss of your cousin. I'm very sorry. Tasha, we're glad you're here, Tasha. You're not bothering us.
Hold on one second, Tasha. I'm reading your what you're saying. Is there anything that I can do to see what's going on here? Hold on.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I mean, if Spirit wants to say something or comment about this, I mean, they're going to try. They'll say something. I understand that you're trying to get answers. But if Spirit wants to come through and get you an answer, they would. It's like we just can't guarantee like somebody's going to come through and try to answer what you're looking for.
Tasha, I'm reading your most current comment. And if that's the case, I'd like to give you the encouragement and strength to maybe seek someone professional, get out of that situation immediately. Under no circumstances is that a good thing or permissible. We care about you. Get out. Get out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even see that. I didn't know what you were talking about. But yeah,
If you have to go to your nearest fire station, police department, whatever, get out, get help, please.
yeah, that's never a good situation. Violence is never, um, domestic violence is never, whether it's a guy or a girl dealing with domestic violence. I've been through it, so I know what it's like. Yeah, it's never a good situation. Um,
No, and you know what, Tasha? Thank
yeah,
you
you
for
need to get
confiding in us. We're family here, and we care. You need to get out. We want you to respect yourself and love yourself first. You come first. You need to protect yourself and get out because there's no reason why that would ever be permissible. If you can't verbally communicate, then you know that's as far as anything like that ever needs to go. So you need to
yeah.
get out.
I mean, even if you can go stay with a family member, a friend, anybody is better than the situation that you're in.
I'm so sorry, Tasha. I know it's easier said than done if you have feelings for someone. I'm not, you know, I just want to give you the confidence to make the right decision. That is the right decision. There's nothing you need to think about. You just need to get out. Take the first step and things will follow after that. Take one step at a time. But don't allow that. And if it happens again, you call the police immediately. Well, I'd call the police on him already, but um, I can't make that decision for you. But please protect yourself. Okay. It's tough love, Tasha. I'm not you're doing an excellent job. You're you're not doing anything, wrong. I just want to make sure I'm a dad. I have two sons, so I'm kind of talking like a dad. Get out. Tasha, don't worry about who they arrest or not. Don't worry about it. That's not your problem. Let the law take care of that. You need to protect yourself. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Tasha, if it happened once, it's going to happen. It's not going to stop unless there's a serious intervention for someone like that. Professional help, it's not going to stop.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're here for you, Tasha.
Yeah, we are here for you.
And you know what, Tasha? In an odd way, reporting that will help him because hopefully that's the intervention that he needs to stop doing what he's doing and try and better himself. You
Yeah,
come first, your safety comes first, but that could be the help he needs. Because if it's not you, it could be someone else in the future.
exactly. All right.
Oh, you have your baby in your lap. I understand.
Oh.
Good.
All right, here comes another song for Deb, just to change it up a little bit. Sorry.
Goosebumps.
Generals gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction. In the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning.
See, somebody was asking if war was going to be is coming soon. Here we go.
Poisoning their brainwashed minds. Oh, Lord, yeah.
All right, guys, there you go.
I like those little breaks.
Right?
Yeah. You know what, Tasha? Tell whoever the perpetrator is that you know two guys that listen to broken radios and talk to the dead, and we have his number. All right? We got your back. Don't worry about it. You get out.
And we'll have something for Josh in a little bit.
Oh, no.
Actually, this will be perfect for Tasha. But we'll play it in a little bit. We'll play it on the next break.
Okay.
I'll cue it up now.
It's going to be like My Little Pony or something, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I know it's going to be something. Yeah.
It's gonna
Oh,
be.
yeah.
It's gonna be Baby Shark.
Yeah, forget us, Deb. You're pagan witch who uses energy. Yeah. Yeah, we got Deb.
So I'll play this on the next break.
Okay. It's going to be I think I know what it is.
All right. You know what? I don't have EchoVox, unfortunately. I have it on an Android tablet, but I don't have my tablet here. Shit, I don't even know where my tablet's at, actually. But that's a good idea. Pardon me.
EchoVox would be a great app to run live. Fantastic
Yeah,
results. Yeah.
actually, you know what? That's a good idea.
Mhm.
Let me get a hold of a tablet. Shit, I might just buy another Android tablet just to have a few apps. I mean, I have one.
Mhm.
It's just slow. It's an older tablet, and it's just really slow. But I don't know where it's at. I just, like I said, I threw it. It's in one of my boxes somewhere. That's what happens when you move and you just throw shit in boxes.
Yeah, I know. And that's Vitrina's going through that right now. Vitrina,
Vitrina,
you better
don't
be
listen to
packing.
my advice. Don't just throw shit in boxes because you'll be searching for shit for days.
It's almost quarter to the top of the hour. You better have box number 2 taped up. We're going to check on you every 15 minutes. Actually, I'll wait till the top of the hour to check and see how much more progress you've made.
Exactly.
Oh, Deb's going to take care of this. I like this. Sylvia, we should cast a spell. Oh, Sylvia and Deb throwing shade again on that towards that guys.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Deb says, Sylvia, we should cast a spell and send our. Wait, this chat keeps scrolling. Sylvia, we should cast a spell, work on this. You know. Where did she go? Are you still here,
What
Tasha?
did Katrina say? What did you guys say, Josh? Josh said
you
was
know what?
fucking great about coming down the stairs.
The chat all of a sudden is catching up and it's scrolling, and I tried to stop it a second ago. I don't know what happened in the message. Moving sucks, yeah.
Katrina said, "Oh my gosh, Josh, that was fucking great." was coming down the stairs and I had to stop because I had to laugh.
Tasha's here.
What were you talking about?
The chat, I can't forget it. I can't reverse the chat. It won't go back. I don't know.
Oh, with Deb casting a spell?
Okay, Tasha's here. Okay. Hey, Gabby, how are you? Gabby, quick rundown. What we do, we run Ghost Box sessions, and tonight we're running them in reverse. And you can type a question, the letter Q with a colon, and then type a question that you would like Rob to ask them or Spirit or the others. And we're listening for responses. Live Ghost Box sessions.
Yeah.
And we're a family group, so once you join, you can't leave. So now you're here, Gabby. And
Yep.
I'm taking
And you're
roll
here to
call, and if
stay.
you leave, I'm gonna be like, what the heck? Why did Gabby leave?
We'll call you out.
Yeah, so that's it. You're here. You're like, what's this? And you just clicked on it, and like all of a sudden you're in this group. That's it. She's cool with it. All right. Very good, Gabby. Thank you.
All right. You guys ready to start up another Ghost Box session? So just being mobile, it's hard because I'm trying to keep the gear to a minimum, but I almost broke out my full laptop setup for my PC with mic and all, but somebody had to have a freaking Mexican freaking banda band blaring down the street a few streets over.
It's Saturday night,
I'm
though.
like, yeah, but fucking play some decent music, not freaking Mexican banda music.
Oh God, Rob. No.
Sorry,
No, it's
it's fucking Mexican.
Gabby just showed up, Rob. I don't know that this is putting our best foot forward. Do you think? Gabby, we're just having fun. This isn't. Yeah, she's like, what did I get myself into? I can't leave this group, and this guy's talking about a party down the street.
Playing fucking Mexican music.
Oh, Gabby, please don't leave, Gabby. Please, no, come back. Just sit down. Just wait a second. Let me just talk to you.
Anyway,
My name's Josh. I'm the other half of the show, and Rob is Rob, and I'm Josh, and I want you to stay. So just stay. Don't leave. I know you want to leave.
anyway, sorry about that. So that's why I didn't break out the mic and everything because I didn't want that music pumping through our freaking show. So
Hey, Gaynor, I'm so glad you joined us. How are you? Yeah, Rob doesn't like that music. I, my gosh. I thought it would be fun. It's festive. It's Saturday night. People are having fun. Yeah. But Trina, stop it. I just talked to Gabby. She said she was willing to sit back down, give us one more chance, and you're telling her to oh. You have to be packing. Why aren't you paying attention? You should not be looking at the chat. You should be packing.
Okay, now I'll play La Bamba just for that.
Good, Gaynor. I'm glad. Boy, Vitrina causing trouble.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, and other people are freaking sitting off freaking. It's like freaking. I don't know what's going on. People are sitting off fireworks. People are lighting off like M80s. I don't know what the hell's going on tonight.
Sounds like we weren't invited to a really good party.
Right? Something. All right. So sorry for my ranting. All these.
No, and you know what? We're having a little bit of fun. We've had a little technical difficulty, so I think we're just letting
Maybe
loose.
that's what it was. The technical difficulties. So those of you that came in late, yeah, we're running into a lot of technical difficulties tonight. But then again, we think it might have been on purpose so I can actually get better,
Right, Kanga?
hear the responses better. I don't know. That was kind of epiphany for
Carl
me.
says, no, it is. The whole headphone issue was quite the realization. And Carl now has given you homework. You have to get an Android device for EchoVox.
Oh yeah, see, here's my shirt.
Wow.
It's Lucifer.
Does that glow in the dark?
No, it's Lucifer,
Oh.
and it's an upside down pentagram, and it has a Lucifer sigil.
Ooh, fun.
So yeah, total satanic shirt today. I used to actually wear this to some satanic parties that I used to go to. But
Satanic
anyway,
parties.
yep. Anyway,
Sounds
all
fun.
right, let's do this.
Okay.
Another session. Now the dog across the street wants to bark.
Yes. All.
Who said honky? What the hell? Who said this guy's negative? Is Aaron here with us? Who said Nora? Who's here to speak with Nora? Amber White, are you here with us? Who just said Ed? Does anybody have any messages for Janice? Who says Satan? Does anybody want to speak with Autumn? Is Gran here or any of the pounds here? Who just said wizard? Who said Amber? Tasha wants to know, do they not approve of me living with a man not being married? Who's the female that said here? Who's the milkman? All right, we're gonna end this session. The end song. Are you singing it with me? That's from Autumn. Kangar heard the name Nan and Pop. Who called their grandparents Nan and Pop? Somebody said Mariah. Gabby wants to know who's here for her. Is anybody here that needs to communicate with Tasha? Somebody said Hillary. And Emmy. That was kind of interesting.
Very interesting. Very personal. A lot of personal responses for people and a lot of whispering. I'm starting to hear these streams in your box. When I first got your ghost boxes, everything was very in your face, very clean signal. And the background was so quiet. I really just heard everything on the surface level. But now, maybe after all this time, I'm really starting to hear what's behind the scenes. There's layers to it. I'm hearing a lot of whispering.
There's always been layers to it. So,
right.
And in the past, when I had like the studio equipment, the only time I would respond was there was background talking.
Right,
so anytime that's the only thing that I was listening for, was trying to make out the background. So there was
Right.
a lot of quiet voices coming through, trying to come forward, that were just really low. And that's where you would get a lot of full sentences coming through. Um,
Yeah, it's almost like, it's funny. We're playing music tonight. We're listening to like Ozzy Osbourne and different things, but when you hear a song like a rock and roll song and you hear lead vocals and backing vocals, and the backing vocals are usually mixed, 12, 16, 18, 22 decibels lower than, I don't know, I'm just guessing, maybe than the main vocal. That's how I'm hearing yours. I'm hearing a
yeah,
main vocal and I'm hearing background vocals, but these background vocals are whispers and full
yeah,
sentences.
yeah,
And, you know, I guess I'm oblivious. I've always enjoyed your ghost boxes, always. But now I'm really starting to hear that second layer. And Kanga's right. We're hearing it stronger in reverse now, a lot stronger in reverse.
yeah,
Almost undeniable. It's very apparent.
yeah. What we're using right now, Tasha, is one of my ghost boxes in reverse. Um, it's a prototype box, but and it works pretty well. I haven't built any for sale yet. I say yet because I'm still trying to get some parts in, but their parts are really, really hard to come by right now.
Yes, they are.
And anytime I
Go ahead.
do get something to build a box, um, the parts just never come. They say that they've shipped, and I've never actually received a package
I,
yet.
I know where they are. They're in Long Beach in the harbor somewhere.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, I always have to cancel them because
Right.
it says that they're out for delivery, and I never receive them. So
They're sitting in a container somewhere in Long Beach.
somewhere,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, Tasha,
So,
on this show, we feature Rob's boxes. They're amazing and probably my favorite for live streaming because they're so clean. The highest signal to noise ratio, which essentially that means they're clean, clear. The speech is intelligible. It's articulate. You can tell what's being said. And we have different modes we usually try of Rob's boxes. We're doing reverse. It's the most kind of reliable and what we always use. And then we'll be featuring some more modes later on and some
yeah,
different, through Rob's technology, different types of sessions with different sweeps, speeds, different things like that.
yeah. I'm almost ready to build. That's what I'm almost thinking. Maybe I should build something along the lines of like Blu-ray, something like that.
Oh, if you built well,
I don't know.
yeah, if you built a Blu-ray box, dude. Wow. That would be incredible. Well, and I'd like to eventually when and I'm in the same boat as you. I don't have parts yet, and I'm still waiting on something that I ordered months ago. But I'd like to get my project finished and debut it here just to see if it even works.
Yeah.
It may not even work.
No, I mean it'll be cool.
Yeah, I'd like to debut it. But
I mean,
that'll be
honestly, I
awesome.
think it's gonna work.
I think so. I need those parts and they're not here yet. So my box is, well, I mean, it's based off of your radio design. I'm doing the digital signal processing, but it's 75% done and I'm waiting for the last part.
Yeah, Kanga. I mean, yeah, I know. I said a couple of weeks ago that yes, I was building some boxes. I just completed them today. Um, yeah, one of them was a little nightmare because the amp was a little. I ordered the same exact amps, and one was different from the other, so that created a little bit of a pain. Just wiring the amp.
Now,
Uh,
are the boxes you're building, are they line out only, or are you including speakers with your amps or amps
no,
and speakers?
they're not even line out.
Oh, okay.
These two, just because the amps that I received, I couldn't do line out. Um,
That's
it was
okay. They're
yeah, it was just the boards that I got. There was no way to do it, to even put a toggle and to do that. So
the handheld with the built-in speakers, perfect for investigating, especially the museum they're going to. He already has 12. He's got all of your boxes with line out, different variations. So this is just a different
yeah,
variation.
I mean, he should be okay with them. I mean, I didn't charge him like the normal rate that I normally do. I give him a deal, but and I told him, look, I will build them a couple of boxes, but I just wasn't sure on, and I told them I'm having a hard time getting parts right now. But
Yeah,
I
it's very
said,
hard.
I told him, look, I'll build you a couple of boxes. I just didn't know what I was going to be able to build.
Right.
But they sound really good.
Yeah.
Um, just, I just hated that they didn't have line out, but they are what they are. What they are. So
Oh, I like that variation. I think it's really cool.
yeah, I mean, he has plenty of other ones. So
Tasha, that's fantastic. Yeah, the uh, Frederick Jurgensen and Dr. Konstantin Radova were students of psychology, and they were the first to really document ITC, instrumental trans communication, and that's what we're doing this evening. So it's interesting how ITC almost stemmed from the forefathers of ITC, and they were involved again in psychology. So it comes full circle with what you're studying. So you can help our group with your knowledge in psychology. Yeah, and Kanga, the shipping. I'm waiting on specific chips that have not only been delayed, but with the chip shortage, especially in the automotive industry, some of the chips I am seeking are used uh, in digital signal processing in high-end automotive applications. It's a very specific chip, and there's a shortage of it, but I need it because it has the exact specifications I need, and I'm waiting for it to ship. Hasn't I've ordered it, paid for it, and it hasn't shipped.
and that's the problem right now with all the chip shortages. You'll see something that is shipped, and it will take. And like with me, I've ordered some stuff um, that was supposed to be local, and um, it just says it sits there saying that it's
Oh,
waiting for pickup
right,
from the postal service, and I'll wait 2 weeks, and it's still in the same status. So I'm like, wait, what's going on? So I write the company and they said, no, that should have shipped a long time ago. And they'll look at the tracking and they're just like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. So we're canceling the order. I've done that 3 times with the same board.
right.
And I'm trying to just get one board in. And each time I've ordered it 3 times and they've always said shipped and never got to me.
Right.
So same company, and they're the only ones that have it. So anyway,
Right. And
um,
they're all overseas, right? For us, it's
yeah,
Japan and China, right?
yeah, everything's coming from China.
Right. Autumn, that's incredible that you drain. You can't wear a watch, vehicle fuses. When will do slide? Oh, you're a slider. I see your comment. Oh, yeah. Ooh, interesting. Wow. That has to come with some amazing superpowers, though. That's fascinating. I mean, I can imagine it's annoying at times, but that's fascinating.
Wow, that's crazy.
We are short of delivery drivers here in the UK. Some supermarkets are not getting deliveries and half of the shelves are empty. Sylvia, I've heard about that.
It's almost getting like that in
Yeah,
some stores here.
right.
It's getting pretty bad.
Let me check something really quick.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, just yeah, I know that China wants Taiwan bad. Um, I don't know. I mean, that could freaking. It's almost like war's coming. It's kind of sad. It's kind of scary.
Well, you and I have talked about hearing about that in some of our sessions,
Yeah.
and I never used to for years and years and years and years. Never heard about any of the doom and gloom that like you or Frank Sumption or many other researchers have heard, and I've been hearing it more, but I don't, know what to make of that.
So, all right, with that said, now that we had a little topic, so this song is going out to Tasha. It's a perfect song and something that you guys have requested.
Ooh,
So,
can I get? Oh,
what?
okay.
What?
I don't know why. I don't know why, but
What?
the song "Eye of the Tiger" came to my mind.
Nope.
Oh, see, I'm not psychic. I'm not psychic. You've captured my heart, sir.
soon. Certainly hope we will. Should use a vacation from this bullshit free brain circus sideshow. Creature in this homeless fucking hole we call LA. The only way to fix it is to flush it all away. Any fucking time, any fucking day. Learn to swim, see you down in Arizona Bay. Yeah, your ex or whatever, he needs to learn to swim.
So are we, Rob. We're in California. We're west of the San Andreas. We're in the ocean. Isn't Danny Carey just a beast? Rob, you know what?
What?
The logo on the front of your shirt is generally on Danny Carey's front bass drum heads.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Wait till his double kick comes in. Here it comes. From the sky, followed by meteor showers and tidal waves, followed by fault lines that cannot sit still, followed by millions of dumbfounded dipshits, and some say the end is near. That double kick is so freaking amazing.
Oh, he's one of the best.
Let's see Lars try to keep up.
Oh. Lars doesn't touch Danny Carey. I'm sorry.
One great big festering neon distraction. I have a suggestion to keep you all occupied. Learn to swim. Learn to swim. Learn to swim. Mom's gonna fix it all soon. Mom's coming round to put it back the way it ought to be. All right, back to the show.
Yeah, Tool's got, 38-minute songs, so we could be here a while. But yeah, boy, Danny Carey. What a living legend. Oh, well, Maynard, all of them. Justin, they're all Adam, they're all amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, Lars from Metallica.
Metallica, amazing legendary band, but Lars is
the worst drummer in the world.
Oh, Danny just looks at him and he's like, please. No. It's hard to beat Danny in rock and roll. For rock and roll that's marketed worldwide bands, it's very hard to beat Danny Carey. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a powerful statement, Tasha. I struggle with the energy that I have to experience. Wow.
That's crazy.
Okay, so Autumn is defined. Okay, thank you, Autumn, for defining that. Slider is defined as a paranormal electrical interference. So, Autumn, am I to understand that you're saying you are the interference? Just trying to understand. Yeah, Kanga loves Metallica. Yeah. Of course. Yeah, Kanga. We were talking about Lars Ulrich. Amazing drummer. I mean, you know, it's hard to criticize any member of any of these bands. They're all amazingly talented. But I think Danny is one of a kind compared to Lars. I mean, come on. Come on. Thank you for that, Deb.
All right. Fuck. Trying to think.
Oh, Amanda, I wanted to answer your question. I think you were asking about harmonics. I saw that and then I forgot. My brain shut off for a second. Harmonics is when you have a note or a signal and there are repeating signals on top of that are multiples of the original integer or multiples of the original note. So our harmonic, they all share basically a vibration of the root
For
note.
people living, sorry.
It's okay. But then you hear the multiples of a higher or lower octaves of those integers, which create what's called a harmonic. And I believe, I'd have to review it, that I heard them coming through, which was
Yeah.
very interesting because they were being repeated. And I just found that fascinating because that's not something you hear from a radio, especially with Rob's box. Right, Autumn, exactly. Well said. Frequency, energy, vibrations, they all work as one with, and that's part of Rob's project Blu-ray, is what Rob is working with is vibration, noise, frequency, and different cocktails or combinations of that to facilitate the communication or create the possibility or potential for more communication to come in.
Yeah, Carl, sorry I'm a potty mouth. This is a real me. This is me all the time.
I'm trying to compensate.
I try to I try to keep it down on the shows, but I don't know what's wrong with me today.
Yeah, you played Tool. It was like, whoa, Rob's in a mood, man, like prophetic mood right now. Learn to swim. I'm like, dude, like
No, this is just me. I mean, this is me all the time. I tone it down during the during the show.
Sylvia, right?
Gosh knows.
Oh yeah, no, I saw your shirt when you sat down. I was like, oh boy. And then I called you Robert. I was like, oh, what am I doing?
Josh just got me in the mood, I guess. I mean, he
Yeah,
just
I'm sorry.
kind of
Buddy.
no, it wasn't that. I mean,
I'll
not
take
in
the
a
fall.
bad mood. It just got me like, hey, this is like family. I can just be myself tonight.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, no, be yourself. I just react when you say words like that because it's fun. Yeah.
Yeah. No, exactly. I don't know. I'm just a little feisty today. I'm just happy.
Yeah, no, I'm happy. I'm happy to be on the show. I thought about the show all day. Actually, was working and doing this, and I was like, oh boy, I got the show tonight. Like, I was really excited that my work schedule's moved so I could be here.
Yeah. No, I was cranky earlier.
Yeah, a little fussy pants, right? I detected
Yeah,
a little
I
fussy
had little
pants.
pussy pants.
Yeah.
So I took a shower to try to calm me down, and then it just brought out the feisty.
Oh my god.
But anyway, all right.
Oh,
Hey, we can even go later because we're on freaking spring, fall back.
oh right.
Time
Yes.
change.
Yeah. Forward your clocks. 9 hours. 9
What
hours.
forward?
Oh. Yeah. Roll them back. Are we going to? How do we do this? We just stay on
Oh,
later. 'Cause it's going to be in
I don't.
about
We'll go until 5 in the morning.
at the top of the hour. It's going to be an hour behind.
We'll do the old days. Let's go
Okay.
5-hour shows.
Oh, that's fine. I
I
literally
don't know who was here when I was doing 5-hour shows.
I wasn't.
No,
I was at work and I
I
remember
don't think
working.
I don't think Carl was. I don't know. I know Deb wasn't. I don't think Don was.
Wow.
Um,
Autumn just said Blu-ray sends me to the star seeds, ultra dimensional. Are you speaking about Rob's project?
Kanga was. Kanga was part of those 5-hour streams.
Deb, thank you so much. We are so glad you're here too. No, you know what, Rob? I was working a night shift and I remember starting, it was part-time, but I remember starting at night and I knew you were doing your shows. and I'd work, my sessions or whatever, my graveyard shift, whatever you want to call it, and get off work, and you were still on. And I was like, oh my, and the box was still going. Like, I
Yeah,
checked on you, the box was going. 5 hours later, checked on you, the box was still going. And I'm just like, no wonder Blu-ray came about. No one has spent more time on the Ghost Box than you. You were always on it. Fascinating the time you put in to the show. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, if you didn't start this.
yeah. Kanga was here. Dawn was here. Yeah, I would go on till like 7 or 8 o'clock sometimes on the East Coast.
Oh, Deb says no, only one 5-hour session.
Yeah. Yeah, no, those were crazy. I can't even freaking r- think of doing a 5 hour show anymore. I mean,
Mm.
that was just insane.
Yeah. Well, and you know what? We may run longer shows in the future when we get back to having more modes and boxes built, and we might, depending
Yeah,
on.
then we were doing all kinds of stuff, and then that I remembered, and I know that. Oh, Sylvia, wait, were you here, Sylvia? Yeah, Sylvia was here, but that one day when we heard that guy come through that was murdered, and he was saying who did it, how he was killed, and he named the place he was killed. That was a
Right.
one crazy session. That was intense. I mean, and it
Yeah,
seemed like
that was intense.
that was the only thing that was coming through was just him.
Rob, if I may interject very quickly, I saw a comment. Oh, Autumn says Blu-ray is an ET group. And Autumn and Rob, you should talk because Rob, you had the name Blu-ray come to you through the communication, insinuating they were an ET group. And Autumn is confirming that they're an ET group. That's really fascinating. You two should talk.
Yeah. So Blu-ray, I during this show we kept on getting the word Blu-ray, Blu-ray, Blu-ray. Um,
Hi, Mr. Poe.
and then I started having the vivid dreams and the voices coming through, and that's how the whole project came about. And then they were telling me to use frequency, and which I was already doing. So I was experimenting a lot, doing different frequency tests, and I was hearing voices. So what I was doing was running the noise through some filtering um, in an audio program.
Thank you, Amanda.
So I kept on doing like different. So I ran it through different filters to clean up all of that noise. And once it was all cleaned up, there was a lot of voices in there, and there were complete sentences. They were talking amongst themselves. It
Thank
was
you,
crazy.
Bridget.
It was crazy. So we kept on playing around with those with the same frequencies, but then the voices were coming out. The more and more we were doing it, the more and more the communication was coming through, and I didn't have to clean it up anymore.
Wow.
It was almost like using AI,
Right.
but I was doing it manually.
Right. Autumn, that's fascinating. Blu-rays are healers via communication. Um, Rob, let me address something really quick. Angela Steele, thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to the family. We conduct live Ghostbox sessions using Rob's amazing technology in Ghostboxes. And tonight we're running Ghostboxes in reverse, which is really fascinating because any forward speech coming through right there, and we are eliminating false positives and we hear some amazing communication. We're so glad you joined us. We run live Ghostbox sessions. We like to have fun. And now we've been playing some live music to kind of break things up. It's been really cool. We also have a Wednesday podcast where we interview other people in the paranormal and ITC community. And Rob and I discuss theory and have conversations about paranormal investigation and ITC. But this is our live Ghostbox show.
So no, I mean that's exactly right. I was channeling and didn't even realize it, but then there was an epiphany that happened on the show, and I know Deb pointed it out. There's Deb and a few others pointed it out to where they saw a shift change in energy. Um, when that shift change happened, it was weird.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, we were hearing disembodied voices when that shift change happened. And it started when, because I'm going to give you guys a little bit backstory. And then what I might do instead of doing another session, maybe I can play back, since we're talking about Blu-ray and people can kind of hear it. We can go back to play a YouTube video
Well,
when I was doing the test. Maybe, I don't know.
please, I want to do that. We also definitely need to run a reverse ghost box session though, because Angela just joined us and we got to show off our toys.
Okay, we'll do that too.
Angela, we're
But
very glad you're here too. Thank you for joining us.
but yeah, so there's a lot of people. Vitrina was there when the shift change happened, and it was because I was. If you were to watch my show a year ago, because I started my show a year ago, I would say I had abilities, but I never said anything about it. I never talked about it. I never opened up. I never said I was psychic, and I still say I'm not psychic. I would just say that I have abilities and I'm sensitive. That's all I would say. And I would use those skills when I would investigate. Um, anyway, so I guess I started opening up myself more and more. And then somebody said, Rob, you're even saying that you're okay with your abilities, and you're talking about them more and more. And I didn't even realize that I was doing that. And then when that happened, that's when the shift changed and everybody saw
Yeah.
it.
Oh, in talking to you, Rob, your demeanor, your aura, even when I was in your presence, everything, there was an energy change about you. And I don't usually pick up or detect on those things. I'm not
Right.
as sensitive as maybe you or some of the other people that we know in our circle of friends, but it was alarming. And my ghost box communication, my experiments with direct radio voice and just frequency, everything changed for me as well. And
Yeah.
not maybe as drastically as you. I didn't conduct Project Blu-ray and I wasn't getting the responses you were getting, but everything felt different. Vitrina even says she felt it very, very strongly. And so
Yeah.
did I. And you remember me telling you, whatever you're doing is ricocheting or domino effect on me and our group.
Yeah, but it's not only you, Josh.
Right,
There's
right.
other people
Oh, I
that said
didn't.
that
Yes.
they noticed a
Mhm.
difference using my box. When
Right.
that shift changed,
Mhm.
their boxes also started getting a lot of the same communication like what I was picking up on.
Oh,
And they said it didn't happen until then.
if I may draw an analogy, almost like a computer update. In other words, like you updated yourself or improved your technology. I'm being very general, and then you sent out the update to your boxes. Everyone upgraded, everyone updated. It was very synchronous experience. And Deb,
Yeah.
yeah, it was a powerful moment with our family. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
It
And
was crazy.
yeah,
It was crazy. But anyway, so we'll do another session, and then maybe we will. I could go back and play one of the Blu-ray experiments that we did.
and we will be bringing them back. I mean, it's one step back, for 10 forward. So Rob and I we're gearing up for a lot of things right now. So we will be bringing it back. Well, it's Rob's baby, but
Yeah,
we'll bring it back.
maybe Carl. That's the one that I was thinking about pulling up because I wasn't there. I left because this was an experiment too, because I just wanted to show like I wasn't there, you know, manipulating any sounds, wasn't doing anything. I just set it up, left, I ran some errands, and then I came back. I think I was even chatting with Josh, texting him when I was out on doing these errands.
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, I'm at Vaughn's, I think," and then, "Oh, I'm at Costco." I was
Right.
just like, oh, I think I went to Target and Costco, I think.
Yeah, I'm still waiting
And
for my granola, but that's okay.
yeah, and then you guys were saying, "Oh yeah, don't forget the snacks." That's right, because Carl's like, "Yeah, don't forget the snacks. Make sure that they're not crunchy.
I
Make sure
monitored
that
some of
they're
those,
soft
yeah.
or something like that."
Yeah. Yeah, I monitored many of those and they were amazing. Incredible communication. Before you start,
Yeah,
Autumn,
let's start a ghost box session.
Autumn, I just want to say I have a very good friend that's gone to see Bashar live, and I know all about Bashar and his abilities. If anyone here has heard of him, then you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, please just YouTube or Google Bashar, and there'll be plenty of information. Very interesting, Autumn, that you were raised by parents that were ambassadors for him. Incredible. Okay, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
that's funny. Kanga was there too. Yeah, and see, they were saying granola, and
Right.
and I was laughing. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start
Right,
it up.
Don. Right. Okay, go ahead.
Whoa, what the hell was that? Who killed Mike the priest?
That's
Who said Billy? Pirates. Gabby says, "Love you, Gabby." Amber. General West, who killed you? Who said investigators? Gabby says that she's all right. I left him for good. Sorry you didn't get the chance. Stephen Bowen or Bowden and Stephen Washkill. Are you here? Which one of you are here? I heard you say yes. Who just said Gabby? Someone said I'm here. All right, I'm going to end the session. That was crazy. I don't know what that was at the very beginning, though. Somebody was speaking like full sentences.
That immediately
Like
when you
full-
started.
Yeah, like 2 full sentences.
Yeah, immediately when you started, we heard that.
That was weird. So, and the funny thing is like what you guys said. I heard the voices like coming through faster. And the funny thing is, um, when we do reverse, I have it basically tuned. I don't adjust the speed of the reverse, um, just because it's either too fast or too slow. So I just try to get it to where it's just timed just right. And it's about 180 millisecond, somewhere around there, 185 millisecond, right around there. Anything faster, it's too slow. Anything like 150, it's too fast. Um, so that's why I always set it around 180 and it's hard set.
Right. I
So
like.
sometimes, and sometimes they'll start coming through faster and nothing's changed. It's weird. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's. I like the timing of it. I know that you've experimented with 160. I think we used for a while, and now it's at 180. But I like the speed that it's at. It's
Yeah,
still, phonetical sounds are still articulated. It's still intelligible. And I want to say I'm sorry to Kanga and Deb. They're both getting headaches. Deb in her left eye, and Kanga's getting a headache that's coming back. Very sorry, guys.
that's weird. Um, that's weird because I want to say it was last Saturday. My left eye was hurting. I just powered through it. Just something that I always done, even if I'm not feeling well. I still powered through it. Even when I got my COVID shot, I wasn't feeling good. I was not feeling good at all,
Right.
and I still powered through it.
I remember that. I remember you
The
have. Yeah.
Wednesday show and the Saturday show,
I remember the Wednesday show. I remember before the Wednesday show. Yeah. No, I remember that.
because I was not feeling good at
Right.
all.
I remember that. I'm sorry for anyone with headaches and pains right now. And you're still with
Um,
us. Thank you. It is
yeah,
related to this, but not from this. I was going to ask Kanga if we were giving you a headache. Go ahead, Rob. I'm sorry.
is she answering? Just wait, what? Yeah, she was. I mean, there was a lot of responses through. So what a lot of people do here, Gabby, is they'll start typing in what they're seeing or what they're hearing. So that way, I don't have to keep on repeating it. Sometimes I'll say things that words that are coming through that are a little bit soft. So that those are the words that I might say, or there really might be something that is relevant. That's when I'll say I'll repeat words that I'm hearing.
Yeah, good point. Autumn, I think you
Right.
mentioned you heard your father. I the chat was moving so quick. Did we get the word Billy? I believe some
Yeah,
people
we
said
did. Yeah, I said Billy
okay, and her
because I think she said something about that. So that's when I repeated
right. So
Billy.
your father was Bill. Anyway, but that came through. There was a lot of other messages, and it looked like there was someone else. We have to chat. I don't know why I
Hey,
can't scroll.
Julie.
I can't find it. But there were some personal messages in that session as well. And I'm really noticing, especially with what I've been focusing on, the how do I say this? Trying to find the right word. It's almost like subconscious sounds. They might have always been there, but now we're hearing not only the Morse code, but I'm hearing harmonics more than I've ever heard before. And Rob, it's almost like I want to put your box and follow me here. If you've heard of Dolby Atmos, I know you have, but
Hmm.
Dolby Atmos isn't just having two speakers necessarily in front of you. It's what I talk about with sound imaging. You might have two speakers above you, below you, all around you, giving a 360-degree experience. And I was working with sound imaging a long time ago, but now that Dolby Atmos is becoming more popular and the music industry is trying to work with that and accept that and find out how they're going forward, your box would actually be perfect inputted through a Dolby Atmos system because I feel like it could help separate the layers individually through channels. You know, I'm hearing more and more layers through your box, almost like an AM channel in a way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but more and more we're hearing extraneous sounds that I haven't heard before, and the
Yeah.
whispering's getting louder.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Autumn says William is my father who passed, and my brother is still here as Billy. Both William, Bill and Billy. Wow. Okay. So very strong connection with the name William or Bill or Billy.
I'm not sure exactly where they are and are they're open to distance healing, but um, there was something with
Oh, I see.
language that was coming through in the early communications, and now I forget what it meant. Um, they're basically telling me something about learning the language. Um, Learning the Blu-ray language or something. It was something in those lines, right, Josh? Something about
Right. In terms of the early communication you received.
yeah. It was something to the effect of God, what was it? It was something to do with the learning of the Blu-ray language. Um, I
Well,
don't.
and what's interesting, speaking to that, we'd have to pull up the files, but I remember, you know, as a poignant moment, the Autumn. I think you might understand this if you understand. Obviously, you know, understand Bashar and Blu-ray, but apparently that a little girl was identified as the scout, and she was showing up essentially to find out if the potential for Rob to learn the Blu-ray language was there, and or had the
Oh,
equipment or
yeah, that's what it
technology to
was.
help, or had the equipment or technology to help proliferate the Blu-ray language and communication.
Yes, no, it was a light language. That's what it was.
Good night, Tasha. Thank you for joining us, and take our advice. Come back. Don't be a stranger. Let us know what's going on because we're all going to be worried about you.
That's what it was. Language.
Right.
They
Light
were telling
language.
me you need to learn the light language.
Right.
Um,
But the little girl, Rob, and the
yeah,
scout
so
was she was. Go ahead. I'm
she,
sorry.
yeah, she was sent. The scout was sent out to as a communicate to communicate with me. Um, yeah, it was really cool.
Good night, Tasha, and hello, Julie. I didn't say hello to Julie. Great, Tasha. Definitely. We'll be waiting for an update. We don't forget either. So don't hide. Let us know what's going on. Yeah, Rob, I can't wait for you to bring back the Blu-ray project and continue with
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, and I feel like there's so much more still to be done in terms of exploration. In what you started, there's so many, there's almost an infinite combinations of how it can increase or what can still be tested. It's already amazing as it is, but it's in its infancy. Hi, Regina. How are you? Thank you for joining us.
You know what?
Yeah, Vitrina stated she was going to message you about something she heard about the Project Blu-ray, and that's exactly what we started talking about.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Carl's like, yeah, we're definitely when I say we, my part in Blu-rays, making sure Rob stays and keeps doing it and doesn't let it go. So, yeah, Blu-ray's coming back.
Yeah, I just got to. Just right now, it was really hard because of everything that was going on. But I'm gonna try to continue push forward with it. Um, Now, yeah, I'm gonna push. I'll try to work on it more. Um, it was easy.
Right.
Well, I'm not gonna say. I mean, it was easy during certain times of the day to push for to work on it, but lately it's just been very difficult to do that. So it's just been very, very busy during the day. But let me pull up.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember exactly? Because I have a show that was played, or when I did this,
Share the joy of
um,
music.
it was like on August 20.
We
Hold
do
on.
share the joy of music. We just played Tool and Ozzy Osbourne's Crazy Train.
No, this was on one of on my. Let me see. Streamed on August 22nd. I can find out by the date. Hold on 1 second. The 22nd of August.
Yeah, and I don't know how that.
That would have been about right.
Okay. Yeah, August. Yeah.
That would have been about right. All right. So let
The,
me
the,
turn.
su- the summer of 2021, I will always remember as the summer of Blu-ray because I remember in June when summer started. I know my sons were on summer break. That's when you started really messaging me about your results. And I know June and July, and June is when we identified the little girl as the scout.
Uh,
But I think the session you're talking about was probably July,
yeah,
like late
this is
July.
it because I even said in the comments
Yeah, Deb,
during this live test, I'm leaving for a few hours for
Sylvia.
the evening. Yeah, this is it. Yep. Okay.
I have too
So
much fun with this mic.
I'm gonna go ahead and if you guys are ready to watch or listen, um, it's pretty long, so I'm gonna probably have to fast forward through part of it.
Thanks for letting me do DJ voice, guys. I appreciate it.
Okay, so let me go ahead and just play it, and I'm gonna fast forward through where I can see the comments. Hold on.
Okay.
I don't know if I can see the comments in the replay. Oh, here we go.
Or
Uh,
that's what we thought that the little girl was the scout. Rob had talked to, and Rob, I hope I'm not misconstruing this information, but several psychics familiar with this level of communication, and they said the little girl was the scout.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's it. Um, I'm gonna start it here. Can you hear that? Okay.
Mhm.
Can you hear it? Okay. I never heard this. I never rewatched it.
Goosebumps.
Yeah, can you guys see what you guys are writing in the comments? Carl, I think you're right. I think that the water effect ones were that's because that was all in the beginning. I've never heard this. This is amazing. No, Kanga, you were in this one. I can copy the link. Hold on one second.
Right, Autumn. Rob, do you have the one where the lady's saying the vibration's not right yet?
No, that was on the computer. Kanga, you were there. If you click on the link, this is the actual link to the video and the chats. No, I don't use numbers. Josh looks like he's sitting outside of a building.
They're bending notes and speaking in the pitch bend of the note, too, Rob.
That's weird.
It's like a digital pitch control, and I feel like they're bending notes to and speaking as the note changes.
Dude, that makes a lot of sense because you're right.
We talked about Blu-ray tonight, and we heard harmonics in the reverse ghost box session, and I'm hearing the same harmonic notes here.
Maybe that they're trying to get me to work on that, or
Yeah, I think they're trying to bring this back around.
or yeah. Resolve.
Autumn, the number 2 means balance. 6 usually means either too much worry or family, and 9 means the end of something happening and the beginning of something new.
And that's all happening right now in my life.
Right. I get a lot of numbers in my ghost box communication, like numerology communication.
I should play this while I'm sleeping. See what happens. This goes on. This recording's like 128 minutes, and we're barely like
Right, Autumn. Yeah,
20
definitely.
minutes into it. Somebody said end it.
Julie, I don't know if I didn't hear that. I don't know, Julie.
That's what I'm thinking. I should play this while I'm sleeping.
Yeah, Parasense says in the theta wave state, it would be.
Two.
Carl. Rob, you've tapped into the universal toilet plumbing system.
Yeah, it's crazy though. Anyway, I'm gonna
It,
go ahead and stop it.
I really love just a second ago a non-reverberated, non-affected voice came through.
Well, that's the thing. How are they coming through reverberated when there's no effects at all? I don't get it. Anyway, I'm gonna stop it.
You know, that was a session. Now I want to go back that we're recording this and listen back to that and
Oh, that's true.
listen to that as source audio.
So it's timestamp at 2:18. So at 2 hours, because I started it, we played it for like 18 minutes.
Autumn, thank you for listening to it and being open to it, obviously. And there was one I wanted Rob to play. It's on our YouTube channel. It is recorded. It is up for the public to hear. But it's fascinating because a lady comes through. It was very quiet. Rob heard a female voice, but really wanted to accentuate it. In fact, Rob, let me tell the story. Rob woke up in the middle of the night and had kind of a dream or an epiphany to magnify a voice or a file that he heard earlier in the day of a faint female voice, but he couldn't tell what was being heard. So he wakes up, was it like 4 a.m, Rob? And you went down and cleaned up the file and magnified it. And it's a female voice saying something to the effect of the vibration, it's not right yet. Something to the effect of the vibration, the combination of the things Rob was working on wasn't quite right yet. Like she was almost inquiring as to why it wasn't right yet. Something to that effect. And we do have it though. And I just don't remember the date. Fascinating. Very clear, full sentence, very plain as day.
Yeah, it was crazy. Very cool, but it was crazy.
Yeah.
But it was something that I totally it was just something perfectly in line of what I was going through. So
Kanga, fascinating question in terms of are the layers of time connected somehow or to the fact that Rob just replayed that and there could be new information in there that we didn't hear before, and that's absolutely possible. Yet I think even the little we know about this miracle of communication, we know even with technology that it's not time determinate and it's non-locale. In other words, it can happen anywhere at any time, and they can communicate with information from the past, present, or future.
yeah, I mean, most of these experiments are on YouTube. Everything that I'm doing is on YouTube.
Parasense, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. No, you're not over talking. This is I hope I'm not over talking. My gosh.
So what I do is I don't even announce when I'm doing these sessions live. I'll just the only person that I'll let know is Josh. I'll say, Josh, I'm going live with Blu-ray in 10 minutes, and I'll just set up some frequency, let it play, turn on YouTube, and I have it going live.
Carl, that's right. I think it's safe to assume, it's hard to prove anything, right? But I think it's safe to assume they can modulate any audio at any time. That's why I want
Right.
to listen back to what Rob just did and almost compare that to the original file and hear what was new, because I remember that file and there was a few things in there I heard and I was like, wait, I don't remember hearing that the first time.
Hmm.
So that's what I'm wondering is Blu-ray is whether it's conducted live or source audio. See, here's the thing. Whether it's conducted live or you're replaying back a previous recording, those frequencies and vibrations are still correct. It's something that I'll just say they apparently like to work with. So whether we're doing it live or playing it back, those vibrations and frequencies are still existing. They're still creating a sound pressure level in our atmosphere. They're still coming out of speakers, out of our headphones, and they're still creating the same turbulence, if you will, or interference needed for the communication to come through. So I don't see why not, Carl. I can't prove that, but I don't see why
What's that?
not.
For like a bank to be playing.
That's what I'm saying is whether you conduct Blu-ray live, right?
Hmm.
Or you replay a previous session, those frequencies and vibrations are still accurate.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Right. They're still
And
accurate.
and I've done that with reverse sessions, where during a playback, right? So, like if I'm watching, and this is something that I experimented with. So I went back to go watch one of our shows
Right.
uh,
Right, Purple
on a
Dahlia. Right.
previous on a previous show. I was listening to it, and I was thinking about something, and my thought, um, the answer to my thought came through on the reverse session. And I'm like,
Right.
wait, what the? And then it happened again. And then it said something about, we're listening, Rob. And it said my name. And it's like, so they're listening to my thoughts at that point in time
Right.
when I'm sitting there listening, like, how is this even possible? And then that's when it said, we're listening to you, Rob. And then it was like, and this is on the recording.
Right.
And I'm like,
Right.
wait a minute. So I guess using banked audio does work. I don't, I mean,
In the experiments I've run, and it's not a large sample size because I'm one, or the things that we've done, Rob. But I mean, it's not like I have hundreds of sample sizes from people with statistical modeling in a notebook I can compare. But in my experiments, it seems like no matter if it's banked audio or live, you're still providing that frequency and vibration in our environment and creating that pressure, right? You're the communication is affecting our environment and we can measure that. So
and I
whether
used to, oh, go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
was just saying, so whether we play a pre-recorded session or something live, it's still affecting our environment. We can still measure the frequency and vibration coming from that speaker or headphones, whether it's live or not. So again, I don't see why they could.
And I used to be like the biggest skeptic of using banks, because I'm like, it's banked audio. I mean, why are you using banked audio? I mean, that's, I was a big skeptic when it came to banked audio.
I think you have to set it up so you can remove false positives. In many ways. I mean,
Correct.
there's
Correct.
methodologies that help eliminate false positives, but still provide, accuracy with the communication. But
And, but I think with me, um, playing around with reverse audio for so long that I just think, and this is maybe where I was a huge skeptic, is because if you're just reverse banking, let's say an audiobook, that bank is too, I mean, it's going to be too slow. And this is what we were talking about earlier. Um, if you just reverse a bank of like an audiobook, which most people do, um, that's like 300 milliseconds. I mean, that's too slow. And maybe that's why I was not a big fan of audio banks, because if you listen to it, there's no, I mean, it's like, this is just reverse banks. You're not going to get anything out of this,
right,
just because the timing wasn't right. But if you have the capability to speed up or slow down um, the bank,
Mhm.
then if you get it to an appropriate speed, um, then maybe it is possible. And so when I was listening back and I was getting responses
Right.
to current thoughts and certain things that were happening at that particular time, I'm like, wow, maybe this is possible. But I
Right.
just didn't think, I don't think it is possible when you're using a bank that's at 300 milliseconds. There's no way because for you to get, there's so many false positives that are going to come through that because the audio banks are so slow.
Right. But here's I'm not saying I agree with you, but here's also this point. I could record 2 minutes of you know, of a session that's full of false positives from banked audio, which I agree with you, but play it back and capture EVPs underneath that. You know,
Well, yeah, yes. I
so
mean, I've heard that.
right. So yes, I'm not a big fan of banked audio in that way, but I mean, there's still, I mean, even devices which are full of false positives will still capture communication,
Mhm.
even if they're scientifically not proper for investigating due to their ability to create false positives. I mean, that's what's just so weird about ITC is the things that statistically shouldn't work still capture things in the background as a side effect. I mean, coffee makers are they're coffee makers, but people are capturing EVPs through the brewing of their coffee. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like it's I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. But I understand what you're saying with banked audio. But
Yeah.
with this situation with Blu-ray, I think it's different, Rob, because I think that the combination of vibration, frequency, noise, and the way you had it set up, especially with miking, you experiment with open mic channels, experiment with system noise. I think that's a little different this time. I think that was a key to a different door. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. I
Right?
mean,
Stretching audio produces great results. Yeah.
and so the thing like with what Parasense is saying, I mean, yes, I did talk about getting out the Echo Box, but I just don't have a device. Um, I don't have an Android device that I have it on.
Yeah. Parasense. We were talking about Echo Vox earlier. We love that app.
And there's versions that are out for the iPhone I just don't like. Uh, I'm not a fan of the Echo Vox on the iPhone. There's a
Yeah.
certain version of the Echo Vox that I like, and a lot of the later versions I don't like.
The early one with the 4 channels.
Yeah,
Oh, that's yeah.
that's
That's the
the
one I've
best.
yeah, I agree.
And I think it's 1.5 is the version.
Right.
The one out 2.0 and later. I don't even bother.
They're
Uh,
good. I mean,
they're good,
yeah,
but,
they're
but it's not
right.
the same.
Yeah, the original is really good.
The
I agree.
original one,
I
from
agree.
1.1 on up to 1.5, I think was the last one. Um, it's amazing.
I've never, in fact, it's weird because I've had some ghost box sessions with various ghost boxes that sometimes you get a lot of communication, sometimes you don't. Echo Vox always talks. There's always someone talking on Echo Vox. It's just a fascinating app.
Especially with the earlier version. I'm
Yeah.
telling you. I
Yeah.
mean, for some weird reason, if
Right.
you use the EchoVox Classic, which is 2.0,
Right.
I just
Classic.
don't like it. I don't like it.
Well, right. There was like an earlier, I don't remember all the version numbers. I haven't used the internet radio one, the IP one.
No, not the IP one.
I
It
haven't
was
tried that.
because 1.1 or 1.0 was the original,
Mhm.
and then he came out with 1.1, 1.2, 1. Oh, it was 1.3. 1.3
Okay.
was the one that was a sweet spot.
Right. Yeah, very effective though. We have a lot of colleagues that are doing documentaries in the field that run EchoVox when all else fails, and there's investigations go from nothing to just fascinating evidence. Really cool.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, 3.0, I didn't really care for it. But anyway, it's yeah, 1.3 was like my favorite. And then he came out with classic after that.
Autumn says, Rob, that she thinks that you know that you're onto something or channeling something, but it's difficult to combat the naysayers, essentially.
I mean, it is, but yeah, I don't with all of the naysayers out there. With this, it's something special, and it's something like I don't care what anybody says. Um, it's something that they came to me, and it was I was invited to do this. Um, and once I started getting results, I was in shock, to say the least. And I called up Josh, like, and I said, "Josh, you're gonna think I'm crazy." I mean, and I said, if I start talking about this, people are gonna think I'm crazy." Um, so I shared what I showed Josh, and Josh was like, "Dude, I don't care what anybody says. You need to go forward with this,
Yeah.
and you need to share it." And it took me a little while, and that's when I came out and I talked about it, and then I made a prototype box to play around with it, and that's when I started getting more and more responses. So,
Oh, you mean this prototype? Here.
and that's where we're at now.
It's on my desk. I'm working on it with my part of the project. Hold on. There it is. Flip it on. Oh wait, there we go.
So yeah, that's
Oh, it's
the
focusing.
prototype.
Yeah, it's not going to show the screen. It's too bright.
It's too bright.
But there's the pulse wave modulation, the red light. I can see if I can at least turn it on. Why do I have so much trouble in a reverse situation? I'm such a moron.
I know it's weird. It's weird.
There we go.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yep, there's the pulse wave that we're experimenting with. Rob made this box so I could finish my part of the experiment, but it's a fantastic little box.
But no, I'm sticking with it, and yeah, I mean, people think I'm crazy anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, but no, it's just freaking amazing, and I don't care what anybody thinks. I think what I might try. I know that one of them said, "Oh, did you repeat what that that gal came through and said? Did you repeat that earlier about that? I was close."
Oh, that's the. I wanted everyone to hear that session, and a lot of our new friends are joining tonight to hear the vibration. Why isn't it right yet, or what? It's not right yet. There was
Yeah,
some
it's
acknowledgement of the
just not
vibration,
right yet.
but you were close. There was some acknowledgement by her asking. It was almost like surprise or shock that you were almost there or not quite there, or why wasn't it right yet? So I feel like you were on the cusp of something very important and crucial. And then, obviously life happens and we have to, we have opportunities and we've got to make changes to make those opportunities happen. So that's kind of where the project left off. Yeah, Autumn. And that's what's interesting. And you know what's very strange about this, Autumn? A lot, and to everyone else, a lot of the, I don't want to say a lot, there aren't a lot of naysayers of Rob's work, but those that have seriously questioned it are some of those that believe so heavily in ITC and see the evidence firsthand. So, a lot of these people are willing to accept evidence from a digital recorder or a broken radio or running water or anything else. But when Rob presented this, it was like, no, that can't be. Well, why not? We're dealing with frequency and vibration, random noise, just like all the other methods. That's what the radio is. That's what the digital recorder is. So it's all in the same family. So to say that, you believe heavily in ghost boxes, but don't believe heavily in vibration or frequency, creating a resonant frequency for communication is puzzling.
Yeah.
Because if you understand the science of it, you understand they're all in the same field. We're just using a different instrument. We're all dealing with the same thing. So it could be that there's a lack of understanding of what's going on or how this works. I don't know. But those that understand what we're doing and really understand, again, direct radio voice. The early ITC pioneers were working with communication through a steady means and not a scanning radio. So this isn't necessarily using a radio, but in the same fashion, it's essentially opening some type of channel with a combination of frequency and vibration to elicit or proliferate the communication. And Rob's, I don't want to say you stumbled onto it because it was calculated and you've been working on it for a long time, but with an infinite number of combinations of things you could do, I say you stumbled on it because it's a miracle, because there are an infinite number of combinations you can do. And
Yeah,
I believe
so
that
many.
because there's an infinite combination, you were given the instruction of, or led to the formula.
But you know what's funny is, even though I don't know, it's weird. Even though I was pushing forward using different frequencies, I still think like the water one in the very beginning was giving me more communication, but I kept on pushing forward because that's what it seemed like they wanted, and that's what the messages that they were giving
Oh,
me. But I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe I'm misunderstanding the messages because they're so cryptic. Now, here's the
right.
thing, Autumn. So, a lot of the messages that I get are very cryptic. It's like they're leading a horse to water, but they can't make him drink. So, they're giving me pieces of a puzzle that I
Right.
have to try to
Right.
figure out and put together. It's like
Right.
solving a riddle. They might give you a couple of words or just one word and then another word, and it's like, okay, wait, what? What are you guys trying to say? So it's just weird on how the messages come across and how you have to reinterpret them and put them together
Right.
to try to move forward. And then it's sometimes like I move forward and then I have to take a few steps back. I'll take another 3 steps forward, then I have to take 5 steps back. So it's just weird on doing that.
I'm my awareness now, since you've downsized because you're mobile and you're going to rebuild the studio in the future at a more permanent location. I think this period is just as important as the previous period, because the previous period was the introduction. The little girl came through, the scout came through. There was an introduction. There was the accumulation of information of what you knew, getting us used to the idea of who they were, but then not to come on too strong too quick. And now you're taking a step back, and now we're finding out, even with a minimalized setup, you're getting the communication. The little girl's coming through,
Mhm.
and I feel like this time around, you may build back your studio or the equipment or technology you need at an even more precise level. So the
But I don't think it's
communication,
needed.
I,
Honestly,
I, I I agree. I think it's you. And I always said it was you. But I just have a feeling the next time we bring this project back around, things are going to be are going to be different. I think in a good way. I think things are going to move forward. We had the handshake, and now we're moving forward.
so it was like
Purple Dahlia, thank you for saying that earlier. I read your message. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you're here.
so it's like so when I was doing the show, was it last Saturday or the Saturday before? When was that? When the little girl came through when I had my mic went out.
Last Saturday.
Okay,
Last Saturday.
so last Saturday my mic went out and we had like a little glitch. Um, so I lost all communication. Then it was like an open mic, Josh said, and they're hearing voices coming through. And the little girl was one of them that was coming through. Um, and it was like they wanted to make sure that I was had nothing to do with it. So it was like, all right, we're cutting Rob off. He has no control. We're taking over. And then everything was coming through at that time. And Josh thought I was running something like an experiment without
Right.
saying anything. But no, it was out of my control. I didn't know what was going on. Um,
Just,
but go ahead.
I was just going to say, as a recap for last weekend, for those that weren't with us, Rob got up and disconnected his input channel, shut off, but there was still an open output channel that we were all able to hear, and we were hearing a lot of the preamp and converter noise. Essentially, it's thermal or white noise. That's system generated noise, and we were hearing talking and communication underneath, clear, just tones that sounded very human dialect communication. It was incredible. It was intentional. There were frequencies that definitely stood out of the white noise that should not have been there, especially since we weren't running a radio or any other type of source audio through the system. It's very impressive.
Yeah. So when I found that out on what happened, because I came back and I was like, "What are you guys talking about?" And I saw the chats and I was like, what happened?" Um, yeah, it was just I was mind blown when because I was driving home from San Diego that um, on Monday. So I called up Josh. I was like, I'm curious of what happened on Saturday. So on the way back, I called him up and I was talking to him, and um, he was telling me what happened. And I was like, no way, no way. That's there's no way that that happened. And yeah, he just filled me in, and I was just like mind blown.
Yeah.
So, I mean, with that said, I said, you know what? I got to move forward. I got to keep on pushing forward. So, trust me, I'm gonna set some things up on my other PC on my laptop, and I'm gonna push forward and do some experiments. I have all the same capabilities on this laptop than I did on my desktop. This one I think is going to even run a little bit better. So yeah, I'm just going to push forward and see what happens, see what I can get out of it. Um, I'm
Well,
going to try some of the frequencies that I used before. I'm going to start from the beginning again and then work my way up because I just want to start over and see what I can get. Um, Start where I started getting all that communication, and let's see what I can get starting there and move up, move
right.
forward. Let's just start working back into it and see what happens. And when I do that, then I'll do some more live streams. Um, I'm not going to, and this is why I do it because if there's any communication that comes through, um, I just want it to just happen. I mean, like it did that one day. I was doing it, and all of a sudden, people's names were called. Josh's name was called. Deb's name was called. It was like everybody in the chat's name was called. I think Roland was even there. Um, Kanga was there. I know Deb was there. Carl was there. And I didn't even announce who was going to be. I mean, that I was even doing the live session. I don't think I even said anything to Josh until after I started it. Um, and all of these session or all the names that were coming through, and then plus I'm not there to ask questions. People were like asking questions, I guess, from what I saw in the comments, that people were asking questions and their questions were being answered. And how is that even possible when they're not even, me there to decipher or to relay the message? They were all done telepathically. It was kind of crazy.
Not only that, around that time, after the little girl started coming in and questions were being answered telepathically, as you stated, from obviously long distances, non-locale, we started hearing, and I remember hearing it, and I remember you brought it out too, and you also spoke with some close friends who had known about this Blu-ray communication, that there was almost a panel, if you will, and
Hmm.
there was
It's a council.
accounts. Thank you. I lost the word for a second, but there was an engineer,
Hmm.
there was a doctor,
Hmm.
there was the little girl who was the scout,
Hmm.
there was the physicist, there was the
Hmm.
chemist. I mean no disrespect by not labeling them correctly, but there was a council, and they were becoming. You heard the male engineer start speaking more and more,
Hmm.
as time went on, And then we heard from who we believe was either a physicist or a chemist who was making herself known. And so I felt like there was a building period there. And then, like you said, we want to get back to that, but very interesting. So it's still instrumental transcommunication by definition. Obviously, I think it's you. I think you're channeling, but we're using instruments. But this is so different than a ghost box, a standard ghost box. The communication is night and day. I can't even draw a relation to it. Just how it makes you feel, how the communication comes in, the messages, like you said, the puzzle pieces putting together. It's like you've fired up the game and now you have to solve these riddles or these puzzles. Very different than ghost boxing.
Yeah.
Galactic Council, Autumn, yes, and I meant no disrespect by not stating that correctly. This is new. This is new to me too. Much different than any research I've ever conducted.
Yeah, and it's something like higher communication. It's totally different. It's just something that I've never imagined tapping into or even talking about. Really, I kind of chuckle because it's like, where just what from where I came from, being so like communicating to spirit using a broken radio. I'm like, it was to me, it was laughable. I mean, I used to laugh at Josh. I mean, he'll be the first to tell you.
You used
I thought,
to.
I thought ghost boxes were like it was a joke to where we are now, and that was only what 6 years ago. Look
Yeah.
where we've come in 6 years. Um,
Yeah. A lot of the research, I love ghost boxes. They work, they communicate, they're fascinating. I'm not questioning their validity, but since we've steered onto this research, I don't know the last time I've actually fired up one of my, ghost boxes just for a standard session. It's been nothing but what we've been pursuing.
yeah.
So I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy, but it is what it is, and now I'm understanding it a little bit more. And I just feel honored and privileged to have been invited into what I'm doing now. And I'm like, why? And when I was talking to Josh, I was crying, literally
Yeah.
crying. I pulled up in my car to my house um, after sharing some of the files, and just I became overwhelmed with emotions, and I was like, why me? Why did they pick me? Why, I don't understand it. And I was literally in tears um, because it was kind of confusing to me. um, and just the communication, I think it was just very emotional, and maybe I did think I was a little crazy. um, but it just became very emotional. um, but then I accepted it after that.
Yeah.
But I think I had to let that out.
Understandably. It's no matter what prevails from this, it's a lot of energy, it's a lot of processing. And I critique the human when I say that I believe this communication, I don't know that the human vessel can always process this. Our pathetic little human bodies, this is so powerful, this is so magnificent that I think it's overwhelming for the senses and the emotions at times. And I think that's what you were letting out. It's it's more than what you expected. It's more than what we expected. So I think there was that too.
Yeah, and it's still to this day. I still question it. Why me? Why was I chosen? I'm nobody special. You couldn't have picked somebody else to do this.
I don't
But
know.
I just accept it and just move forward with it and try to do things with it. I'm just very humbled. That's all.
Well, we have to bring it back. We have to continue with it.
No, and I am, and thank you, Autumn, for for coming to the show tonight. It's kind of ironic on how you're here and we're talking about this, but it's kind of cool.
Synchronicity,
Yeah.
right? Purple Dahlia. Right. And I'm trying to find the comment that says the council may reveal themselves differently to people based on their perceptions. That's very, very interesting statement.
But and it's kind of weird on how where we've come. And maybe it was after I had that, like we talked about a while ago. I mean, maybe it was after that whole shift change, because it was shortly after that is when it happened.
Right. 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 And you know what's interesting, Rob? A lot of ITC builders in the past and present have designed equipment and released it and it works. With Blu-ray, you had to channel and changes had to be understand what I'm going to say. Changes had to be done to you for the project to keep growing and expanding. So you are definitely an integral part of the experiment. In other words, I can use, in fact, I am using Blu-ray equipment. I'm looking at it at my desk, literally, and
Yeah.
I don't get the responses you're getting. Now I get responses by itself. The technology is really impressive, but it's taking you to get to that level of communication because I've used the same equipment as you and I'm not getting the same communication.
So here's the ironic thing. So I basically sold all of my equipment, all my gear that I was using for that experiment, and Josh has it all.
I'm literally looking at it right now.
Literally has it all.
It's Blu-ray is right here. I mean, I'm touching. I wish I could show you the camera. I have everything right here for Blu-ray.
Yeah, I didn't even. You just until you said that, I'm like, holy crap,
I have it. I
you
have
have
the amps, the
everything.
compressors, everything. I have everything. It's right here. I'm touching it as we speak. And that's what's so fascinating is Autumn, you mentioned this too. It's you, Rob. And I always thought, remember we talked about this over and over again. You're channeling, it's something that you're bringing to the equation. And that's why you have to pursue it. And maybe that's my role in this. I was like, why is, because I was needed, but I was like, well, I'm not, the technology is what something you did. So I'm going, what, but it's to kind of drive
Incredible.
you and push you to keep going. For
Yeah,
me to be that objective friend to be like, dude, you are onto something, keep going.
yeah,
Don't stop. Maybe that every day push in your ear to keep going.
yeah. And honestly, it was like I was ready to just say, you know what, I can't, and be done with it.
Right. No, we can't be done with
Yeah. No, I know.
it. So
It's
Josh
gonna
has to stop.
continue.
Yeah.
No, and that's the thing, it's having it's the group with
Right. That
the
was my
intent
next point.
the intention with everything. It's everything. This whole group has pushed me to where I'm at. If it wasn't for you guys, I would probably not be where I am today. And I'm being 100% honest. I wouldn't have kept on pushing my abilities. I wouldn't have kept on, learning and pushing myself forward and doing all these things, if it wasn't for you guys and Josh.
Thanks, buddy. And,
Yeah.
and you know what? I feel like in a way, Blu-ray is a council, and this is our council.
Yeah.
It's like the council in this dimension meeting the council in this dimension. Again, I'm speaking very generally. I mean, no disrespect, but it definitely seems like our group is making tremendous progress. And I know of other groups in private that do this type of work making great progress, but we're really making great progress. I mean, I think this is the first time I'm just going to say it. I'm really reserved in my opinions and, but it seems like we're making tremendous progress, but it's because everyone cares so much and we're so invested in this and we put the time in. I mean, that's what you were putting the time in. And a lot of people just wanted turn on a box for 5 minutes and get impressive results, but we've all, each and every one of us, have put the time in. And I think that's why the responses are so powerful in this group.
And I don't remember who told me this. I don't know if it was you or if it was Raina. Somebody told me.
Where is Raina?
I don't know. I don't know where she's at today. Um, it was like, Rob, you've been giving so much to so many people for so long, and um, and you weren't asking for anything, and maybe that's why they came to me and said, you know what, he's been, you know, trying to push this for so long. I mean, working with other people for so long, and maybe they just felt like I could be trusted and I could help deliver a message. I don't
Right.
know. And that's why I was chosen. I don't know. That was just something that what somebody else told me. But it's kind of cool, but it's kind of scary at the same time. Um, like I said, I mean, I didn't know how to handle it. I mean, I even broke down and cried.
Right.
Yes, I'm very sensitive, even though I cuss a lot and even though I talk shit a lot. Yes, I'm still sensitive. Anyway, I'm just very open and honest. I'm just me.
You know, thank you for saying that, Autumn, but it's all of us creating that bridge. I really believe that, because as long as I've been doing this, as many groups of I've, even just private groups I've been involved in, other than my cousin, who I've had amazing progress with, I mean, this is just unbelievable. I mean, on a personal level, this group has moved me. The evidence has moved me. Just the friendships have moved me. Forget ITC, forget communication. I mean, just having friends. This is fantastic. And then when you combine the work we've done as a group to reach out and connect that bridge, it's each and every one of us. Even the little synchronicities that happened tonight with Autumn joining, back to when, Amanda and Kanga and Raina were in the early groups, and Carl, I mean, and Sylvia, and gosh, I can go, Deb, I can go down everyone here. It's all made a difference. And when one person's not here, we feel it. Rain is not here. I thought something was off. I'm like, wait, where's Rain? Rain is not here. So it all matters. It all makes a difference. And, there's a reason why we're all here right now at this very moment on this chat talking about this. And we're all aware of that. And they're aware that we're aware. Maybe that's why they picked Rob and the group.
Yeah, and trust me, I mean, I'm keeping. I mean, we like I said, we all have. Um, we're working on
Right, Purple Dahlia.
we're working on our website, and we do have an email list of people that we're gonna involved in the project. So, um, yeah, once I start. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. And make no.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
fading a little bit. But yeah, as soon as we start progressing in the project, I mean, I'm still going to do live test sessions, things like that. But I mean, I would like to have more people involved in the project. I think it'd be cool.
More than anything, Rob, I'm so curious about the direct involvement of our group together with this project. Yes, do I want everyone to know about what's going on? Yes. I mean, there's a part of me that's so excited that's like, oh my gosh, people have to understand what's going on here. But there's another part of me that says, no one understands this better than our group. No one's been through this. And I feel like that's where a lot of the progress is going to come from. Is just keeping that focus and letting it happen instead of expecting, just allowing it to happen and letting it flow. And it's going to come. The progress will just be there. I believe it will.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
All right, guys. I mean, we got in a little deep tonight, and but it was a good topic. I mean, it was amazing.
that's what this show's about. I mean, ITC and the paranormal are part of life. Life has emotion. Emotion is tied into ITC and paranormal. It's full circle.
No, exactly. But yeah, I think we should call it. I'm fading.
Captain's fading out, guys.
Yeah, it's my old age. Um,
right. Very good point, Vitrina.
here's my so if you here's my email address. So if you want,
Okay, good.
if you guys want, you can email me and I'll add you to the mailing list.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you so much for joining us. And Rob, can I say something really quick?
Sure.
If there's anyone here that's ghost watching, that's okay. You can ghost watch, but please speak up. Please let us know you're here. We want to include you. If you're really interested and you're shy, please speak up. I can't see the numbers, so I don't know who's on, but please, if you've been ghost watching a few times, join us. Make yourself known, because I guarantee you're ghost watching for a reason. You're meant to be here.
Do people ghost watch?
I can't see the numbers, but I just in case we have one or two that are too shy to ever say anything or come, you know, there's a reason why you're ghost watching, and if you keep coming back, it's time. We want to know you're here, and we want to include you. If that is the case, I don't know.
Ghost watching. Wow, is that a thing?
I don't know.
Is that the same as catfishing?
I'm just as tired as you. I just haven't yawned, so maybe I don't know
I
what I'm
yawn.
trying to say. Yeah, it's starting. So you got to stop. I'm starting to get the.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, yes,
I can't. All right. Well, all right, guys. Well, have a good night or have a good rest of your weekend, and we'll see you guys on Wednesday. Oh, we're gonna have a good show this week on Wednesday. We're gonna be talking about a documentary called Hotel California or Hotel Camarillo. It's about an old an insane asylum that was here in Camarillo, California. Um, there's a lot of history on this location. Even the Eagles Hotel California was supposedly written about Camarillo State Hospital. They deny it, but they used the bell tower in their album cover.
right. Yeah, they did.
So
They did. It's
you
going to be
know,
a great show.
yeah. But anyway, okay. Well, you guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you guys next week.
Thank you so much, everyone. Be well. Have